Hi, welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name is Bobby, and tonight's review is going to be on the 2003 classic slasher, Wrong Turn. Let's get into it. So, Wrong Turn is about a group of tourists, a guy who is in West Virginia. He needs to make it to Raleigh, North Carolina, and unfortunately, the only way there is cut off due to an accident. And he doesn't think he's going to make it. So, being the genius that he thinks he is, he decides to take a detour, which unfortunately leads him, he takes the wrong turn, and he runs his car into a group of campers, their van. And so, with two cars out of commission, a few of them decide to try to hike back to the closest gas station, see, what help they can get. Only, unfortunately, the same people that there's some people that live around these, mountainous woods that they try to take their detour in, and they are inbred cannibals who are ready to, catch their next meal. So, with that in mind, obviously it takes a lot of cues and ideas from slasher, well, or I should say horror and suspense classics like Deliverance, Texas Chainsaw, The Hills Have Eyes. Is very obvious that that's where they took a lot of their inspiration from. However, it doesn't necessarily feel that cliche, which I think is why I had never seen this movie until now. As old as it is, and I know it has a beloved franchise to it, I don't even know how many movies there are in the franchise now. I think they're like at 5 or 6. I could be wrong. But, at the time of the late 90s, early 2000s, we were being almost saturated with a lot of cheap clones of slashers that just didn't have a lot of originality or individuality to it at the time. So most likely, in 2003, I probably thought this is just going to be another one of them. And, if you're a teenager who is given allowance or has to, convince your parents to let you go to the movies, and you only get to go maybe once, twice a month. Chances are, when there's so many other slashers and so many other horror movies are coming out at that time, especially this is when we were first starting to get our imports or remakes of Japanese horror. I could see why at the time I had overlooked this movie. Um, that said, I also see why it's a beloved franchise. I was actually very pleasantly surprised. It is a shorter movie, and at times I felt like they could have cut out a few things, but I realized if they did that, the movie would barely be over an hour. I mean, it barely is now. So there are slight moments where it does lag, but for the most part, they do make good use of their time. Now, the inbred hillbillies. I hope that's not insulting, but that's the best way I know how to describe them. I'm sorry if you couldn't tell. I'm a big city girl, and I'm way too much of a city slicker to even like ever consider going camping. Like, when I go camping, I'm going glamping, okay? I need indoor water, so therefore it's not camping. Indoor running water is not camping, but that's the only way. So before they even said it, I was like, as soon as, before they even got to the opening credits, I was like, oh, Deliverance. No, I'm good. Like, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm just glad there was no banjos or pig squeals at any point in this movie. But I just, the Campbells and Brett Campbells, they really made my skin crawl. I was like, ugh. And there's one in particular, his movements and some of the sounds he made, I just, it just really was unsettling with me. So they were very effective in their usage of our antagonist. Um, that said, of course, you're gonna have like the run of the mill. I although I did say, oh, this movie and that cliche, you're gonna have those cliches, which I'm sure they were, very aware of. The first within the group of friends, it plays by the rules. Like, don't be a stoner, don't have premarital sex, stuff like that. Like, it definitely plays into those standard slasher rules, which I did kind of like. Overall, it was a really good popcorn horror movie. Um, if I can find the sequel on YouTube, you guys know the rules with me. If I can find the sequel, then I will definitely try to watch and review it, because I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. So that said, on a scale of 1 to 5, I will give this movie. I'll give it a high 3.5. Like, it's not quite a 4, but it's really good. I don't want, it's, like I said, it's a very enjoyable popcorn movie. If you just want something to give you some good frights and some good blood and gore, and some good kill scenes without it being excessive, then this is definitely a good movie to watch. However, I don't think I'll have a hard time falling asleep, but you never know, because those hillbillies, what can I say? I hate to say it, but the moment they said they were based in West Virginia, I knew it was nothing good comes out of West Virginia. So I just knew it was going to go downhill from there. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I appreciate your eyes as always. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with those who's scared, someone else that you think would enjoy, giving this a watch. And as always, the link to the movie for you to watch completely free without ads will be in the description box down below. I hope to see you guys again soon, and until next time, sleep tight.